Okay, what's up, guys? I'm just gonna be recording these weird little videos because Hamza told me to. All right, so here I am. I'm gonna be telling you a little bit of a story today about the girl with the red dress. That analogy from The Matrix. I've never watched the movie, but I'm sure it's cool. Um, and it's gonna be more for business and like creating ideas and that kind of stuff. So some backstory on me. Um, I've been in e-commerce for 2 or 3 years now since the C word. But then I've wasted a lot of time going back and forth. Like, oh, I want to do an agency because Iman Ghazi is so cool. Um, and then that's when I started to lose a lot of traction, right? So that's the same analogy that the grass is greener on the other side. So I was picking up a lot of steam with e-commerce. Things started to go well. They fell off a bit. And I'm like, oh, wait, this looks really cool. Maybe I can start an agency and I can live that whole lifestyle. Just what I've seen on the other side. But all I came out of, I just kind of wasted a year learning skills that didn't really apply to what I'm doing now, which is again e-commerce. And I just wasted a lot of time. But I have two little stories here that might resonate with you a little bit more and put the thought in a little deeper. So my brother started a social media marketing company about a month ago, right? So that's something most people would say is really saturated. He's doing Instagram for a couple local companies, just mom and pop shops. Just for context, he doesn't really follow the self-help space at all. So that's probably why he jumped into it and was like, oh, I like doing this. I do it for my job because he works at a pizza shop. I do it for my job here right now, so I can just do it for them as well. And then he came to me and he's like, Connor, I'm like, what's up? And he's like, you think I should keep on doing this? Because, like, I haven't made that much money from it. Like, I don't really know how much I can charge, etc. And I'm like, how long have you been doing it for? And he's like, a month. And I was like, okay, you can't really judge yourself after a month of doing a business, right? Think of old school businesses. People are in business for 15 years, and they might not turn profit, right? But they stick with it. Nowadays, the online business, people turn and burn within, like, a month. You're not really running a business. You're just trying some dumb shit, okay? So I talked to him about it, and he's not good at doing social media marketing yet because he's only been doing it for a month, right? So why would you stop doing that before you even get good? Then you can make a clear decision. All right, maybe this is for me, maybe this isn't. But you haven't even gotten good yet. You haven't even had people like knocking on your door, yo, let me come, like, can you please come do my services? Like, you haven't got to that stage yet. So to go quit and go try another business model is pretty stupid, right? Again, it's a waste of time because we want to get great at things, not just good, okay? Because that's how you make money, become successful, right? It's like Alex Hormozy says, is like there's times for like earning and there's times for learning, okay? And the times for learning are especially when you're young, right? So you can take all those chances, maybe make less money, but have more experiences, maybe intern somewhere, not even necessarily for entrepreneurship, but maybe take a job somewhere, but you'll learn more, but might not get paid as much. Because in the long run, like life's a long game, well, hopefully, right? So we want to really just learn as much as we can, then we earn later in our life. And Hormozy really preaches that. So we got to make sure we understand what phases we are in our life. So if you're watching this, it's probably in your learning phase, right? So which is learn. The money will come. Don't worry. It will come. And when it comes, it's going to be even better, right? Because we're not going to cash out too early, okay? Remember that. Another little backstory about the woman in the red dress is my other friend. He's in school for finance, just normal university or college or whatever. He's really smart. His father's pretty successful. Therefore, he has some connections into like private investing for like an internship through the summer. But he also just recently started like going to the gym, self-improvement, which is awesome, right? Like, that's just great. But he's also on the side of Twitter where people are like posting like, yo, if you're not doing $10,000 a month at age 13, you're a piece of shit. So when you see that kind of stuff, you're like, hey, damn, am I really doing the right thing? Like, you start questioning, wow, look at all these kids making all this money. All right, first things first, a lot of those people just make most of their money from courses. It's just what it is. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. But for them to flex, like, oh, I'll do this business, like that's the reality of it, right? There's more money in selling those kind of services than there is in actual business a lot of the time, which is fine. But, you can't really get jealous when you do see people like flexing on Instagram or Twitter or TikTok about how much money they made within that business model, because it's not really true. Well, it could be true, but like it's not all profit, and there's a lot more to it, right? So he started seeing a lot of that stuff, and he comes to me and he's like, man, I know I've been going to the gym, I've been on the self-improvement, I'm starting to read, which is cool, awesome, I love hearing it. And he's like, I want to start like online business stuff. And I was like, why? And he's like, oh, I see all these people on Twitter doing it, and it looks so cool, and like, I don't know. And then I was just like, do you really want to? And he's like, I don't know, I just feel like it's the next step. But the thing is, he already has like an amazing plan set out through the investment banking. He could work there. If it works out well, he works hard, he's a really smart kid, he'll do well there. He could have the opportunity like to buy out that place or like do extremely well. It's like, it's a very lucrative business, right? You're gonna make a fuck ton of money in that kind of stuff. If he just waits like the 10 years and broadens his time horizon, right? But everyone wants to think right now, because you see on Twitter right now I have a Lambo, blah, blah, blah. But where a lot of those people are in 10 years might not be where you want to be. So I just told him, like, if you do want to do online stuff, just learn about what you're already doing. Like, get good at investment banking or whatever it is before you start trying to do a bunch of random shit. Because then at least you have a base and some knowledge, and like you have something to bring to the table, rather than just like starting from scratch again. Like, it's the hardest way to get successful and good at anything. Like, when have you heard any successful businessman, oh yeah, I started 35 businesses in the span of 3 months and one hit? Like, it's a lottery. Like, there's no luck. Life isn't luck. Luck is just doing the right things enough times that you get lucky. Right? Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So I just told him, like, don't be a goof, right? You have such a good opportunity, and it's not really, you don't really want to do it. You don't really want to be an entrepreneur necessarily. You just want to, like, because it looks cool. With nothing wrong with it. He's such a smart kid. He's going to do great no matter what he does. It's just, like, you can't get caught up in the grass is greener on the other side, because that's how you waste years of your time. So if you're in the same spot as either of the two, and you're just looking at other business models, and you're like, wow, that looks so cool, it's usually not. Because, trust me, I've tried them all. I was doing that, and I wasted a year or two just fucking around, right? So, just remember, guys, over a long enough time frame, consistency wins, and you don't need to over-edit or overthink anything. Just, it's like that bell curve chart of the idiot. Or I guess you're looking this way, so it'd be the idiot and the really smart person. They do the same thing, but the average person stays in the middle. Why? Because the dumb people and the smart people just simplify everything, right? Think of Formosi. Everything's simple. Simple. This recording is on my MacBook. Simple. Alright, boys. The grass is never greener on the other side. And if it is, you might be on drugs. Peace.